Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. So somebody had asked me what are runners on the succulent, because I keep saying that some of the succulents do have runners. Now runners are basically when you have the mother plant, there are some stems that tend to run out and they tend to grow like that. Now this is not a case with all of the succulent. There are certain varieties of succulents, for example my Echeveria prolifica, and then we have Graptopetalum mugdoglii. These are, as of now, these are the two succulents that do tend to send out runners. There are a couple more varieties which I don't have, and this one is my Echeveria prolifica. Unfortunately it was damaged by the pigeons. They happen to damage a lot of the leaves. You can see they have basically pierced holes in the leaves. Probably they were trying to peck, but nevertheless this is how the runners tend to look like. There will be a long stem that will run out from the mother plant. So whether these can be propagated, yes, absolutely. This is one of the way to propagate your succulents that have runners. So all you have to do is you just need to break a part of that runner. You don't need a blade or anything. You can just cut it off like this and then just put them into the soil. You don't need to callus this because these are very fine. But the most important thing that you have to keep in mind is that the soil has to be completely bone dry. There shouldn't be a single drop of water, or there shouldn't be any moisture in the soil. It has to be completely bone dry. Then you can take that runner and just push it into the soil like this. That's about it. You can see it's pretty simple. I will take out one more because you can see this one is very small. I will not be taking out that one, but I'll take the other one and we will just pinch and break the runner. Clean off the dry leaves as much as we can and then just take it and push it into the soil. That's about it. We can do the same thing to our Graptopetalum mugdoglii. You can see these are the runners. They tend to look like they are blooms, but they are not actually blooms. These are the runners. Over here you can see these runners already have some aerial roots. So what we can do is just pinch that stem, that thin stem that we have. We will just pinch it off and it will very easily break through because that stem or that runner is very fragile. Now because this runner already has aerial roots, so I don't have to be worried. I don't need to push this part. What I'll do is I'll just lay this on the upper layer of soil. Because this one already had air roots, I don't have to be worried. I can just push those roots into the soil and that's about it. We can try another one. This one does not have any air roots, so we will just pinch out the runner, clean off all the dry leaves. It does have a small little aerial root, pink one, but that's okay. We will take this. You can see we will take it and just poke it into the soil. It's pretty simple. That's about it. You can see. And as I said, not all the varieties will put out runners. It's only certain varieties like the Graptopetalum mugdoglii, Echeveria prolifica. It's not that all of the Graptopetalums will do that. And it's not that all of the Echeverias will do that. There are only select few varieties that tend to put out these runners. Whereas this one is Sediveria. Now this is how majority of the succulents will tend to push out pups. You can see this is the stem. You can see this is the stem and these are all the pups around it. Now if I want to separate or if I want to take it out, the most important thing, as I've already said this ample amount of times, the succulent has to be well hydrated. Only then go ahead and separate it. Now for example, if I have to separate this, again I don't need a blade or a knife for this because the stems are very thin. And there we go. We have separated this one as well. These are called as the stem separation. I will take this one as well and push it into the soil like this. Pretty simple. Again, because the stem is very thin, we do not have to be worried about the callus thing. They will callus because these are very thin, probably in a day or so. But the most important thing, the soil has to be completely bone dry. If you are going to put it in wet soil, it will rot, so you have to be extremely careful. But let's say if I had to cut this stem, this is the main plant. If I had to cut this stem, you can see the size of the stem is really big or really thick. So I will not put it directly into the soil. I will let it callus because these were small runners or very thin stem. So I do not need to be worried. I can directly put it into the soil. But the most important thing, the soil has to be completely bone dry. We will not water it. We have to wait for a couple of days. That's the reason why the succulent has to be well hydrated so that it can absorb that moisture from its own leaves rather than we watering into the soil. So we do not need to be worried. Again, this all depends upon your environment and climate, how long it will take for them to root. In my environment, ideally within 2 weeks itself, they already have a good root system, so I do not need to be worried. Any which ways, it hasn't been raining a lot these days. It has been quite dry. Probably during the nights it tends to rain, but any which ways these are going to be kept or protected away from rain. They are going to be kept under a shed so that they do not come in contact with any water, because if the water falls in the spot or if the soil tends to get wet, all of these succulents will get rotted. So we have to be extremely careful. So as you can see guys, it is pretty simple to propagate your plants via the runners as well. If you are looking out to propagate, or if you're looking out to increase your collection, you can buy these succulents like the Graptopetalum mugdoglii and Haworthia prolifica. They will start to put out a lot of runners, and you can very easily propagate them via runners and increase your collection. I do have a couple of them because I have been propagating them. Initially I found it a little difficult to get hold of the mugdoglii, but ever since I had got probably 3 pieces, and ever since then I have been multiplying them. You might have seen this spot in my last video. This is how I had also propagated. Probably I had put few runners in this, and now you can see they have kind of overtaken one portion of the pot. I have I think this was a leaf propagation of titubans, and this was a leaf propagation of Graptoveria marpin. You can see they're doing quite well. The titubans is very small. It looks really cute, but this was grown from a leaf, so it has taken a very long time, and had put these cuttings in this, and you can see they are kind of little bit fast growing as compared to titubans and marpin. I will transfer them in some future date, but not right now. I think they're doing quite well. They're quite happy in this container. The soil looks a little bit dark because it did get watered last night due to the rains. So as of now, they're doing quite well. I'm quite happy about it. They are being offered a good amount of morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours. That's why they are looking very compact. And that's about it guys. You can see it is very easy to propagate your succulents. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is that the new cuttings or the new succulents that you have beheaded or done a stem cutting, or you're doing a leaf propagation, all of them have to be protected from moisture for that initial couple of days. Do not water your cuttings until and unless you don't see any roots. Now I'm sure a lot of you might ask, how will I get to know if they have rooted? The only thing that I can ensure is by touching the plant. The plant is going to be very unstable, very wobbly, but once the roots start to generate, the succulent will be a little bit more stiff in the soil, and that indicates that the succulent is kind of stable and it has grown a good amount of roots. Majority of the times I don't do this. I don't put them into the soil like this. I usually tend to air root because that tends to work out really well. But this was another example wherein you can put it into the soil, ensuring that the soil is completely bone dry and there is no moisture in the soil. And because these are runners, we can put them into the soil. If there were stem cuttings, we will not put them into the soil. We will wait for them to callus, air root, and then put them into the soil. So that's all about it guys. As you can see, it is pretty simple to propagate your succulents in this method as well. So the question, yes, succulents can be propagated via runners as well, and it is pretty simple. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.